Wann sind dir Unterschiede von europäischem und amerikanischem Basketball bewusst geworden?
Honestly, it was pretty easy or pretty early when I realized the difference between U.S. style and the European style of basketball. Over here, it's just a lot more physical, and it's also a lot faster paced than what I was used to in college. So that was kind of the main thing. I remember the first couple practices with Vobo. I was just like, wow, this is ridiculously physical. Like I felt like I was in a wrestling match. So that I realized pretty early, and I realized I had to adjust and figure out a way to, get things right and, adjust to that style.
Du sprichst das Trainieren mit Vobo an. Gab es im Training deutliche Unterschiede?
I wouldn't say too many. For me, playing the big position, that was kind of the main one. The other thing that was kind of tough for me is some of the footwork stuff, like the traveling calls. They call it differently in the U.S. than they do out here. And so in practice, I was traveling a lot because I wasn't used to it. And I think some of the other Americans on the team that were over here for the first time can kind of attest to that and would say the same thing.
Du hast in der vergangenen Saison im College gespielt. Wo liegen die Unterschiede beim Trainerteam?
I would say we had more on our coaching staff. I think my last year in college, I think we had 8 coaches. Just all doing their own thing. So I would say in that aspect it was different, but for the most part it was kind of like they all kind of do the same thing. We just had more of them. Like you could ask any of them to go rebound at any time for you or go shoot or so that was a little different, but I think our coaches did a great job at helping us out when we did this year. So.
Du bist es gewohnt, Power Forward zu spielen. Hier hast du aber größtenteils Center gespielt. Wie war die Umstellung für dich?
It wasn't easy, but I love a challenge, and so I think playing center this year was one of those things where I just I looked at it as a new challenge for me, and I knew it wasn't going to be easy, and I'm playing against people that are quite a lot taller than I am, maybe a little stronger, more athletic, but in my head I was just kind of like, I'm going to find ways to beat them at their own game. I know I'm a little quicker. I can kind of figure out ways to, punish them, and So, but in that aspect, I honestly kind of enjoyed it. It was kind of fun. I'm a competitive guy, so I love having a challenge and figuring it out and doing the best thing I can. So.
Du hast nun eine Saison Center gespielt. Siehst du dich auf dieser Position auch in Zukunft?
I definitely like playing the 4 more, a little power forward. I think it just fits me a little better, but it's nice being able to play the 5, and knowing I can do it. And I think it just adds another aspect to my game. I can, if you need me to step in and play the 5, I can do that. I can play the 4, step outside a little bit. So that's kind of it's cool experiencing that and knowing that I can do it.
Es gab viele Wechsel und zum Ende der Saison dann auch den großen Trainerwechsel. Wie hast du diese Zeit erlebt?
It was fun. It was interesting. There was, like you said, a lot of players coming in and out, but with that, it's really cool to meet all these different people that are going all over the place, and made a lot of really good connections. And with the different coaches and Lars stepping up, it's not ideal. It's never ideal to get a new coach in the middle of the season, but JP, he did a great job, and he brought a good team together, and Lars stepped up when we needed him, and he led us to a great second part of the season. So.
Was war dein Lieblingsmoment diese Saison?
Oh, favorite moment of the season. There are a couple of them. I would say one of them was beating Berlin in Berlin. That game was just a lot of fun. I think everyone was really excited, hyped up, and it's always good to get a away win. And also another one of my favorites is the very first game of the season. Beating Munich was just as exciting as my first professional game, and just playing with the guys is a great experience.
Welcher Mitspieler hat dich spielerisch überrascht?
Oh man, that's tough. I don't think there was anyone that I really thought like that, because being on a professional team, I kind of was like, if you're here, like, you know, you can play, like you can hoop. The one person, I wouldn't say surprised me, but like just watching him play, Brandon TischLer, that dude is the most athletic person I think I've ever seen in my life. And watching him jump is like, it's just like, whoa. But I think that's probably the main person.
Was vermisst du am meisten an den USA?
Definitely miss my family the most. It's not easy being away, so far away with the time difference, and so that being away from my family, my friends, and, you know, the people I'm really close to is not easy. And kind of having to wait for everyone to get up, like you're waiting all day to talk to people because of the time difference. So that was probably the hardest part.